You told one person. Just one. On a Thursday evening in a restaurant you would not normally go to, over a bottle of wine you did not order, at a table with 3 people you had known since college. You smiled. You said it out loud. And the table went quiet, in that specific way tables go quiet when the social architecture of a group shifts permanently and everyone feels it at exactly the same moment, but nobody says so. You did not know that yet. You just thought you were having dinner. You are 36. You own 2 coin laundromats, a billboard land lease paying $2,100 a month, and a municipal contract worth $340,000 annually, managing portable sanitation units across 6 county fairgrounds. Nobody at that table knew any of that. Until tonight. The laundromats were not glamorous. They sat in strip malls next to discount grocers and bus depots and nail salons with hand-painted signs. Combined revenue of $19,200 a month. Serviced by a technician named Bert, who charged $85 an hour, showed up on time, and never once asked why you were in this business. You liked Bert for that. The land lease sat on a half-acre parcel on the edge of a state route you acquired for $67,000 from a probate estate handled by an attorney named Carol, who filed everything in pale green folders. The wire arrived on the 14th. Every month. Without a meeting, without a performance review, without a single person at that dinner table knowing it existed. You had not told anyone because you understood something most people learn too late. Money talked about out loud stops behaving like money. It starts behaving like a relationship. And relationships are expensive. But the wine was good, the table felt warm, and you were tired of carrying it alone. So you leaned across to your friend Kezia. You said the number quietly. Kezia's eyes went wide. Someone else heard. And that was the night the ratchet turned for the first time. It is a mechanical thing, the ratchet. It does not feel mechanical in the moment. In the moment, it feels like warmth. It feels like people finally seeing you after years of looking slightly past you. But it is a machine, and machines only move in one direction. The first click came 4 days later. Kezia texted about a birthday dinner for a mutual friend. You looked up the restaurant. $94 per person before drinks. Not going would have been a statement. You were not ready to make that statement, so you paid $127.40, including tip, and smiled, and ordered what you actually wanted. The second click came 2 weeks later. Your cousin Marcus called. Marcus is warm and funny, and had called you approximately 4 times in 3 years. This was the 5th call. He had an idea. A food truck. Caribbean fusion. Already priced the equipment, just needed a partner. A silent one. Someone who believed in him. Someone like you. He needed $28,000 to start. You said you would think about it. Marcus said, family is everything. You wired $28,000 on a Saturday morning from a checking account you had spent 4 years keeping clean. The food truck launched. The food truck closed 11 months later. Marcus did not call after that. The third click was slower, more expensive, more invisible. It was not a single request, it was the accumulated gravitational weight of being known as the one who had made it. The Ubers became your Ubers. The hotel upgrade became your upgrade for the group. The birthday gift that was supposed to be split somehow became primarily yours. Nobody announced it. Nobody had to. The ratchet does not require a conversation. It just turns. 14 months after that Thursday dinner, you sat in your car outside one of the laundromats at 8:23 in the evening. The machine by the door was making a sound it shouldn't. Bert had texted about a part. $340 for the part, $85 for the labor. A normal cost. You opened your banking app. The operations account held $4,600 less than it should. You sat with that number. You did the math backwards. The dinners, Marcus, the group trips where you quietly absorbed the overflow, the cousin with the second idea who stopped returning texts when you said no, the friend who now assumed every dinner was yours to close. You sat in that parking lot for a long time, engine running, laundromat humming behind the glass, and you understood something that nobody teaches in any room. Wealth without silence is not wealth. It is a performance, and performances have running costs, costume costs, audience costs, the cost of maintaining the version of yourself that other people built their expectations around. The version you created in one sentence, at one dinner table, on one Thursday evening, when the wine was good, and you were tired of carrying it alone. You called your attorney the next morning. Her name is Vivian. Vivian speaks quietly, bills in 6-minute increments, and has never once asked why. You restructured everything. The laundromats into a single-member LLC with a registered agent in a state with no public disclosure requirements. The land lease into a land trust. The municipal contract into a separate operating entity with its own EIN and its own banking relationship that leads nowhere near your name. New personal checking account, new bank. Balance? $2,800. Because $2,800 is what a woman with a modest income and a practical car keeps in her checking account. And that is who you are now. Again. Finally. Kezia asked you recently why you seem different. Quieter. Less available. You told her you were simplifying. Which is true. You are simplifying the number of people who know anything. You are simplifying the dinner tables where the wine gets warm and the words come too easily. You are simplifying the distance between what you have and what you allow anyone to see. Because the ratchet only turns one way, but you can stop feeding it. You can go quiet. You can go invisible. You can sit in a parking lot at 8:23 on a Tuesday with Bert's invoice on your phone and a land lease paying on the 14th and a municipal contract running 3 more years, and you can let the machine run. In the dark. In silence. With nobody at the table and nobody leaning in. Tell no one. Not because you are ashamed. Not because you are afraid. Because silence is the only asset that never gets divided at a dinner table.